Sean Diddy Combs is no stranger to the spotlight, but in 2024, the glare is far from flattering. Once celebrated as a titan of the music industry and a master of opulent party culture, Diddy now faces a growing mountain of legal woes that threaten to eclipse his legacy entirely. The music mogul is currently embroiled in a slew of civil lawsuits, 12 in total, brought forth by over 120 accusers. These suits allege a range of serious offenses, including violent sexual assault, drug-facilitated abuse, unlawful recording distribution, and even the sexual exploitation of minors. These disturbing claims have not only tarnished Diddy's public image but have also alienated him from many within the music industry. Former friends and collaborators have largely remained silent, creating an atmosphere of isolation around the once influential figure. Central to these lawsuits are the notorious parties that once cemented Diddy's image as a modern-day Gatsby, a label he once embraced in a 2001 interview, referencing F. Scott Fitzgerald's iconic character known for lavish gatherings. In the early 2000s, Diddy's white parties in the Hamptons were considered the social events of the season. Featuring A-list celebrities, fashion icons, and industry elites, these exclusive affairs were both glamorous and secretive. Behind the velvet ropes, however, reports now suggest that what went on at these events was far from innocent. Known for his love of theatrics and high-profile events, Sean Diddy Combs spared no expense when it came to his legendary white parties. These lavish affairs, held in the Hamptons throughout the 2000s, were more than just celebrity-packed soirée. They were statements of extravagance, influence, and power. At his 2004 white party, which doubled as the launch event for his Vote or Die campaign, Diddy made a dramatic entrance. He arrived via helicopter straight from his Broadway performance in A Raisin in the Sun, cradling an original copy of the Declaration of Independence, loaned to him by television icon Norman Lear. These dramatic flourishes only added to the party's allure, turning it into a one-of-a-kind spectacle that attracted Hollywood elites and industry insiders alike. But as the sun set, the tone of the parties reportedly shifted. What began as a family-friendly event, complete with photos of Diddy and then-partner Kim Porter holding their twins and posing with their sons, soon morphed into something much darker. According to attendees and leaked footage, the parties transitioned into adult-only affairs as night fell. In one video, Diddy can be seen addressing guests from a balcony, saying, "We fed you all, we gave you drinks, now it's time to enjoy life." He then addressed the children present, noting they had an hour left before the event transformed into something far less appropriate for minors. "This is something y'all gonna want to come to when you get older," he added, urging parents to put the kids away. These comments and the surrounding atmosphere have added weight to the growing accusations against Diddy, suggesting that what happened at these parties may only now be coming to light. One particularly disturbing account comes from Justin Livesey, who was just 6 years old when he attended one of Diddy's parties with his parents. Now 31, Justin recalls witnessing topless women and widespread marijuana use, images that left a lasting impression. More troubling, he claimed that Diddy touched him in a way that made him feel deeply uncomfortable, describing it as inappropriate for any adult to do to a child. Justin's father had been hired as the event photographer, and his mother, also present, said the party started innocently enough but quickly spiraled. She described seeing guests openly using drugs and women swimming topless, which prompted her to move Justin to another part of the house. While Diddy began asking children to leave before the nighttime festivities escalated in later years, allegations suggest that his behavior toward minors did not stop. Diddy's legal crisis deepens as freak-offs take center stage in alleged criminal enterprises legal proceedings mount. Many experts believe that Sean Diddy Combs may be facing the possibility of life behind bars. The gravity of the charges brought against him continues to grow, with federal prosecutors now alleging that Combs led a sprawling criminal enterprise, one that weaponized his fame, fortune, and inner circle to carry out a range of disturbing crimes. At the core of these allegations is the claim that Diddy's infamous parties, particularly his so-called freak-offs, were not just celebrity-fueled spectacles, but key components of a larger illicit operation. Prosecutors assert that beyond running a global media and entertainment business, Combs's alleged criminal enterprise was designed to exploit women through sex trafficking, forced labor, and prostitution. Additional charges include the distribution of controlled substances, bribery, arson, kidnapping, and obstruction of justice, tactics said to have been used to enforce silence and compliance. The indictment explicitly details how Diddy and his associates used his power and influence to lure victims into his orbit. These women were often approached under the guise of romantic interest or professional opportunity, only to be coerced into sex acts, sometimes with paid male sex workers, in events Diddy himself allegedly orchestrated, referred to as freak-offs. Described as elaborate, multi-day events, these freak-offs reportedly involved the use of various drugs, which were sometimes administered without the victim's knowledge in order to make them more compliant. Combs allegedly directed and recorded these sexual encounters for his personal use and gratification. After these sessions, it is claimed that IV fluids were given to both Combs and the participants to help them recover from the physical and chemical toll. Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, the catalyst in Diddy's growing legal crisis. The legal troubles surrounding Sean Diddy Combs have only intensified, with federal prosecutors and investigators pointing to disturbing patterns of abuse, coercion, and sex trafficking. Among the most damning elements in the unfolding scandal is the lawsuit filed by Diddy's former girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, widely seen as the case that opened the floodgates. Damon Williams, a key figure in the legal process, emphasized that the tactics described